Benjamin Netanyahu is back in Washington, and this visit could shape the next phase of the Middle East crisis. The Israeli Prime Minister is set to meet U.S. President Donald Trump. At a time when fragile negotiations with Iran are underway, American airstrikes have paused, and questions are growing over whether Tehran is secretly rebuilding its nuclear program. Officially, Prime Minister Netanyahu is in Washington for meetings with President Donald Trump and senior U.S. officials. He is also expected to attend the funeral of the late Senator Lindsey Graham, one of Israel's strongest supporters in the U.S. Senate. But behind the ceremonial events, this is primarily a national security visit. According to sources cited by multiple media reports, Netanyahu plans to present fresh intelligence suggesting Iran has restarted nuclear-related activity at the highly secretive Pickaxe Mountain complex. The underground facility, located beneath Pickaxe Mountain near the Natanz nuclear complex, has been under construction for several years. Experts believe the site sits more than 300 feet underground, making it significantly harder to destroy through conventional airstrikes. For years, there was no public evidence that the mountain complex was actively housing nuclear operations. But Israel now claims that has changed. According to intelligence reportedly gathered by Israeli agencies, nuclear centrifuges have recently been moved into the facility. If accurate, that would represent the strongest indication yet that Iran is preparing an alternative enrichment site after repeated attacks on its known nuclear facilities. Israel also intends to argue that Tehran is not negotiating in good faith, despite ongoing indirect talks with the United States.
I am on my way to Washington for a meeting with our friend, President Donald Trump. This is my 8th meeting with him since he was elected president in his second term, more than with any other international leader. It is a great privilege, but it is also a great responsibility. From my experience as Prime Minister, in these complex times one must act both with great determination and with great wisdom. We will discuss all the issues on the agenda, foremost among them Iran. Of course, our goal is to preserve our security and also to expand the circle of peace around us. I am setting out on this mission with one clear objective: to ensure the security, strength, and future of our dear state of Israel.
During previous American military operations, President Trump deliberately avoided striking Pickaxe Mountain. But now, recent reports suggest the White House is reviewing military options should diplomacy fail. Those options reportedly include new bunker-busting strikes, or even special operations aimed at securing highly enriched uranium believed to remain inside Iran. If Netanyahu successfully convinces Trump that Iran is rebuilding its program, the pause in military operations could become much shorter than expected. Netanyahu's briefing is expected to go beyond Iran's nuclear program. Israeli intelligence also believes Tehran has begun rebuilding parts of its missile and drone network. Although weeks of American strikes damaged Iranian launch sites, production facilities, and storage depots, Israeli officials believe reconstruction has already begun. That assessment directly challenges Iran's public claims that it seeks only peaceful negotiations.
And frankly, we're being very nice to a lot of countries that would not survive without us. And you know who wouldn't survive without us? Israel. Bibi's coming, he'll tell you. If I didn't get involved and if I didn't blow up those nuclear, essentially soon-to-be nuclear weapons, the dust, as I call it, Israel would have been terminated months ago and years ago if I didn't terminate the Obama horrible agreement.
Prime Minister Netanyahu does disagree with you on the F-35s to Turkey. Are you going to tell Prime Minister Netanyahu opposes sending F-35s to Turkey? Are you going to tell him?
No, look, Turkey's been a great ally for me. You know, I think he's done a very good job. Did a good job with Syria. He's a friend of mine, and nobody tells me what we should be selling and not. Turkey's been a tremendous ally for me. If it was up to Turkey, Turkey would Turkey's not a big fan of Israel. You know that, right? And not a big fan of Bibi. But he is. They've been great for me. Turkey has been great. Very powerful country, by the way. Tremendous military. Very big military. Very powerful military. Has a lot of great equipment.
Netanyahu is also expected to update President Trump on Israel's security situation in Gaza. So while the public schedule includes handshakes, photo opportunities, the real focus lies behind closed doors. Can Israel convince President Trump that Iran is secretly rebuilding its nuclear program? And if diplomacy collapses, will the United States once again consider military action against Iran?
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.